So I want to say shout out to Mehdi Hassan's media company, Zeteo, because they have worked on this documentary called Israel's Real Extremism. And I want to play for you guys a section of that documentary in which there are Israeli activists who are actively blocking food aid trucks from getting into Gaza. And this was a clip from about a year ago, I believe. The description says, a year ago, correspondent Inigo Gilmore traveled to Israel to report on how Israelis perceive the country's war on Gaza in Zeteo's original documentary, Israel's Real Extremism. What he documented remains true today as Israel continues to block aid into Gaza while its population starves, as seen in this video. So I want to play for you guys this entire clip and react to you guys with it with you guys in real time on just how Israelis are taking their matters into their own hands and trying to block aid. You guys have probably seen clips of the IDF in the West Bank stomping and destroying on things and, you know, pretty much ransacking people's homes and all of this stuff. But this is an interesting perspective because it focuses on this mother who is an Israeli activist taking her baby with her to actively stop aid from getting two babies in Gaza. So let me switch screens here and let's rewind and play for you.
Now the most mobilized activists in Israel are radical groups like Zeteo, led by Reut Ben-Haim. Today they're trying to block vital food aid getting to Gaza. She's sharing her message to her online followers.
עוד כמה שעות, מחבלים, חמושים, הולכים לטפס על המשאיות האלה ולחגוג. הם לא דורכים על המשאיות, הם דורכים על הכבוד של עם ישראל, הם דורכים עלינו. מאיפה לארגון הטרור הקטן והקיקיוני הזה יש יכולת להמשיך לפגוע בנו? מאיפה? כי אנחנו מזינים אותם.
They're on their way to Nitzana, one of 3 aid entry points into Gaza that remain open. According to one Israeli think tank, 2/3 of Jewish Israelis oppose the transfer of humanitarian aid to Gaza residents. What I can't understand is how a mother of 8 is trying to block food to starving children in Gaza.
A mother of 8. She has 8 kids.
Okay.
How's your baby doing?
It's hard, but I can't stay at home.
Are you not concerned, Reut, that by blocking the aid going to Gaza, a lot of Palestinians who are already suffering are starving?
It's a wrong question, okay? Because the aid gets to Hamas. The aid go to Hamas.
We hit a roadblock with the border police. There's blurred lines between Reut and those there to enforce the law. But Mum is still on her mission to get to the border. Since the beginning of the onslaught in Gaza, the delivery of food has been weaponized. In March of this year, UN experts called out Israel's imposed starvation. The first item of the ICC arrest warrant request says Prime Minister Netanyahu and his defense minister bear criminal responsibility for the starvation of civilians in Gaza. Hunger, terror, death. There's no respite for the Palestinians. I return to the activists blocking the aid. It seems the echo chamber between the Israeli mainstream media and social media is encouraging this kind of direct action. Reut and her team have reached the crossing point into Gaza.
צריכים פה יותר אנשים בפעם הבאה, זה לא יכול להיות. תראו, זה אלימות, אלימות, אלימות.
Reut's live stream continues at the border fence.
של חטופה.
As she tends to her baby, I meet another activist from the group.
So have you managed to block the gate now?
Yeah, the gate is closed, as you can see here. We closed it, and the gate will remain closed until they evacuate us if they manage to.
The aid is being blocked, people are starving, and Israel's responsible for that.
The ones who are responsible is Hamas. They are the legitimate government of Gaza. They need to take responsibility.
How?
We are at war. It is the war. And I want Israel to win that war, and we need to put pressure on Hamas. And this is the right and the most efficient way to do so.
For the Zeteo group, their blocking is a success. No aid trucks got through that day. In the ensuing weeks, local media identifies some activists from the group ransacking aid trucks. Individuals within the Israeli forces reportedly tipped them off about where to target. Young settlers also stepped in, beating up drivers, looting aid, and even torching trucks heading to Gaza. The extremism reflected in these activists, both online and in the mainstream media, is coming from the top, from the Prime Minister himself, calling up biblical references of brutal retaliation. To his defense minister.
אנחנו מטילים מצור מוחלט על העיר עזה. אין חשמל, אין מזון, אין מים, אין דלק. הכל סגור. אנחנו נלחמים בחיות אדם ואנחנו נוהגים בהתאם.
And his far-right coalition partner Itamar Ben-Gvir, seen here at a rally in this clip shared online.
זה גם לשחרר, זה גם להתיישב, זה גם להוריש.
There you can watch the full film.
Did you like this video? Don't.
Look, here's the thing about all of that. So when they were just like, oh, Hamas is using food as a weapon. No, you guys are using food as a weapon because you know that by blocking it, people are going to starve to death. And when he's like, he asks her that, she's like, oh, it's a wrong question because it gets to Hamas. Like, what do you want to do? I mean, because at the end of the day, like, the Israeli people are losing. I mean, first off, the Israeli government, but now the Israeli people are losing so much sympathy from the rest of the world because we see everything that's going on. You're seeing Israeli activists and citizens also ransacking, beating up drivers, seriously, but then like you want us to continue sending you money for aid for you, but then you're also causing like this genocide via starvation too as well. So like, what do you want to do here? Right? Like, cause something has to give. You can't sit up here and say that you're going to continuously block aid because it gets into the hands of Hamas at the suffering of the people, but then switch it and say, well, the Palestinian people are the ones suffering because of Hamas. They need to take responsibility. Hamas isn't the one who is burning and setting trucks on fire, beating up drivers or blocking the aid from getting through. It's Israel and Israelis that are doing that. So, you know, nobody is going to remember October 7th anymore. Nobody's going to, because they keep bringing, well, on October 7th. Okay, but like for over a year, coming up 2023, coming up on 2 years, this has raged on. So what do you want to do here? What do you want to do here, my friend? Because like at the end of the day, you guys are burning all the political capital and sympathy that you guys have had from the rest of the world. You have Britain coming out, Canada coming out, France coming out saying they're going to now recognize a Palestinian state and all of that. But like, you know, one of the state senators here in Nebraska said it once in a post, like back when like all this stuff happened and Israel started their ground invasion in Gaza and carpet bombing at the very beginning. She was like, she's like, watch till the end of this. Her name is Megan Hunt. She's great. She was like, when all of this stuff starts coming to an end, where we start seeing the point of no return, you're going to start to see people come out and say, Well, we were always on the right side of this. We always condemned this. We always condemned what Israel was doing in Gaza and in the West Bank. We were always on the side of the Palestinians. They're going to switch up and say that. And that's what I keep thinking about when I start to see these countries now come out saying, we're going to recognize a Palestinian state at the next UN General Assembly. But it's like, why didn't you do that before? Why now? Fascinating to see. I'll link as you guys saw, I'll also link this video in the description below. But let me know what you guys think, because at the end of the day, it's like, how can you sit there as a parent yourself, block aid from getting to other children that need it? Because I always say, like, put yourself in that person's shoes. What would you do? Right? Because they're saying that, oh, well, Hamas is the one who's controlling Gaza and all this stuff. What do you expect the Palestinian people to do? Oh, they need to rise up and fight back. How are they going to? They're malnourished. They have no strength because of you. Like and subscribe before you take off. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.